Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Cat Chat with head football coach Brent Vigen. Brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, the official home of Cat Chat, every Wednesday night at 6:30. Now, here's your host, the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Right. Hello, and welcome live from Buffalo Wild Wings. Our third edition of Cat Chat, and it comes in week 2 with the Bobcats sitting at 2-0 before we return home for the home opener on Saturday. Yes, by a round of applause, how many people here tonight are going to be at Bobcat Stadium on Saturday? Yeah, there we go. Love to hear that. And, of course, it is one of the great traditions in college sports. It is the Gold Rush game again on Saturday. All right, we got a great show for you today. The Dowler twins are here. Caden and Taco are here. They'll be our player guests in a little bit. But first, we say hello to head coach Brent Vigen. Coach, how we doing? How we feeling?
Good, yeah. It's a great place to be now. Two wins on the road under our belt, and then coming home. I know our guys are really anxious to play at home. We've been at it for a long time. Going back to July 25th is when we started fall camp. So to think it's finally here in front of us, an opportunity to play in front of our fans, awfully exciting. Yeah,
you getting the sense of how excited the guys are, just kind of talking about it and the chatter they have?
I think so. They knew it was in front of us when we started with the two road trips to start. But this game is always special in its own right, whether it is our first game or second game, in this case our third game.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I know everybody else is excited, and we're getting ready to go. Weather should be good, kind of in the high 80s, so should be nice and summer-like feel, and it's going to be a good game against Maine. And, of course, there's going to be a lot of different things around campus and around Bobcat Stadium. They've paved the entire parking lot. The practice facility has big steel structures up right now, and, of course, the video board. I can't wait to see this thing get debuted on Saturday.
Yeah, we've seen it just a little bit, so to see it in game action will be great. I think the sound piece is what's going to really change the game day experience. The old sound wasn't great. Yeah, I know that. So they were testing it today. It still rattles the building a little bit, but I think if you're on the far end, you'll be able to hear much better. So, no, I look forward to it. I think our game day experience was always has always been something special. And now you add some amenities, you make everything nicer, you enhance the in-game, in-stadium feel. It's just going to take it to a new level.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. Do want to mention some track and field stuff. Duncan Hamilton broke the American record this week for the 2,000-meter steeplechase while he was out in Copenhagen. So pretty cool to see some Bobcat alums getting out there and doing that. And volleyball starting with a 1-in-1 week. They're going to be on the road now for the next 3 weeks, but they hung tough with Washington, and I know there was a great crowd for that on Friday while we were out in Utah, and then they won in 4 sets against Middle Tennessee. So nice to see them to get off to a 1-in-1 start before they actually go to they're going to Nebraska this week, so they're going to go play in front of like 9,000 or 10,000 out in Lincoln. So that'll be a lot of fun to follow along. All right, we're going to get into this game, but I do want to touch on the legacy number 41. You guys have a patch this year, which is new. We have so many Montana seniors who are part of this roster. So we're going to see that patch. You guys are going to have a chance to see it in real life now for the first time. But kind of cool that you were able to give out the 41 to Brody Grebe, but also honor some of the other guys.
Yeah, there's 7 Montana natives in this group, and many of them were, candidates. And Brody, I became the choice, but it wasn't because it was an easy choice. And to find a way to recognize them all. So they've had a patch each of these first 2 games. Unfortunately, down in New Mexico, I think they all fell off. I know we did better last week, so they'll be sewing on now. We got them actually the day of the game, I think, down in New Mexico. So all those guys will have that. It'll stand out. It'll signify, this is a Montana senior that's paving the way, that's done great things while they're here and really represented the state well.
Yeah, pretty cool. They look nice, and hopefully they won't be melting off now because the yarn won't, or the thread won't be melting. And speaking of Brody Grebe, great piece from MTN this week about the Grebes, yes, up in Melstone and everything they've done. And cool to see what Brody's done, their ranch, everybody getting up there for the branding, but also just the brother connection, which is obviously going to be a theme today with the Dowlers. Got a bunch of brothers on this team now, especially with Takia Louis-Lakepa getting into this game a bunch. Both Steels got into this game last week. A lot of brothers on the roster right now. Yeah,
and that's been the case. I know we've had some that have come and gone too, the O'Reillys, for instance. But, I think what it means to me is the older brothers had a good experience in most cases to, then encourage the younger brother. I know we got twins here, so they made the decision independently, but they made the right decision all together at the same time. So, no, I think it's a great thing, and to see, the age separation like between Brody and Bryce, I think they played together a little bit. Brody was a high school senior, and Bryce was an 8th grader in basketball. I saw that one clip of Bryce making a 3. So now they're kind of grown men now getting a chance to play together, and I think that's really cool. And we can keep those ideas moving forward. I think that's what we want, because when you have something in an older brother, you suspect you're going to maybe have it in a younger brother. It doesn't always work that way, but I think in our case, it's really ringing true.
Right, when the younger brothers really stepped up in this 31-7 win against Utah Tech. Let's start with Bryce Grebe. He got a lot of run, a lot of snaps in this game, and they're both grown men, and Bryce certainly looks like it. Tell us a little bit about his development. I mean, he looks like he's put on a ton of muscle over the last year.
Yeah, I think about where he was back in 21 when I first got a chance to meet him, and he was a sophomore, and you're like, okay, we'll see what happens here. And then, each one of those years, sophomore to junior to senior, he grew a little bit. And now, his growth has been significant. He had the athleticism, he had the frame, the work ethic, and you put all those things together. Now that he's a second-year guy, he looks like a completely different guy, and his confidence continues to grow. I know there's a lot made of coming from the 6-man game, and I think we felt like he can play ball, and he'll figure it out. It is a different game, but if you can play, you can play, and I think he's shown that very well, and it's sky's the limit from here.
Yeah, it looked like they put him. You guys put him on their tight end as well. One of the guys that they were kind of expecting to have a pretty big game for them. To see him not only just the tackling ability, but the coverage against a tight end like that was pretty impressive to watch. Yeah,
his area in the zone defense got targeted a couple times, and his movement, his instincts really showed up. I know he was able to get his hands on a couple different passes, and I think we've just seen a little bit. I know he just played 3 defensive snaps in that New Mexico game and played a bunch more in this game. He's certainly had an impact on special teams these first couple games. So look forward to his role continuing to grow. And, by midseason, we need him to be a seasoned vet.
Also, Takia Louis Lakepa, a guy we talked about with Danny, his older brother, last week. He got a bunch of run at the safety position. What did he do to earn some run this week?
Well, he's finally had a stretch where he's been out there. Mid-season last year as a true freshman, we were really looking at playing him. That's not necessarily pulling his red shirt, but playing him in that role. And then he went down with an injury, had surgery, missed all the spring ball. So to me, this is just the first stretch. He's really got a chance to, I guess, get his foot in the door because we thought a lot of him, this time last year as we moved into the fall. And, what he's done is take his natural skills. He's got really good range, and as a free safety, you need to be able to cover ground. And then I think he's got really good instincts at the same time. And he's a guy that's just going to continue to get better and better with experience. And Saturday night was kind of that first run for him.
And then same rules in terms of redshirt stuff this year, right? So you can play 4 games, and then the postseason doesn't count. That's right.
They just approved that at the beginning of last week. So. We'll take a measured approach with what that means. I think anticipate at this point in time redshirting all our freshmen as far as the 4 games goes, but we'll see how that goes. And then, ultimately bring some guys along. So if we're fortunate enough to be playing, late into December, those games are, added bonus, I guess, as far as the way you can look at them.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. So you guys really try to redshirt, but also that you can still get them out. I mean, it seems like, especially for a school where development is so important here in Bozeman at Montana State, I mean, those 4 games for these guys, not only is it kind of a carrot to hang out in front of them for the hard work, but also just to get caught up to speed.
Yeah, and we got a lot of talented guys. At the same time, we don't have to force the issue with any of them right now. Like this weekend, Jace McMillan's going to get a chance to play at corner. It'll be his first action. We saw Dane Steele last week. We saw Aiden Kaplan at center. We'll see what happens through the course of the year, but you don't know when you might need them. You don't know when they might have a regular role, but as of now, none of them have that regular role. So until then, we'll play some guys, periodically, and then as we get to the home stretch, see what guys will help us out. Really, is the way that we look at it.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch those guys kind of start getting their start because we know they're going to be impact players as time moves on. We want to remind you that you can enjoy Cat Chat, the official radio show of head coach Brent Vigen and Bobcat Athletics, over wings and beer every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. only at Buffalo Wild Wings. All right, we're going to take a break. The Dowler twins are our player guest a little bit later. Make sure you guys have your raffle tickets if you are in the house, and we're going to be reading that off in a moment. And if you have any questions for Coach and you wrote that down on a little slip of paper, we'll get to those coming up in the next segment as well. But first, we're taking a break. We're live from Buffalo Wild Wings, and this is Cat Chat presented by Learfield.
Guys, it's buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings, and guess what?
You're gonna be a dad.
What? No, it's Boneless Thursdays, which means free boneless wings.
You'd be a great dad.
Okay, enough.
Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday only at Buffalo Wild Wings. To the greatest of all times. Buy one boneless wings at regular price. Get one of equal value free at participating locations for a limited time. While supplies last. Limit 1, not valid with other offers. Size exclusions may apply. Delivery and takeout available at participating locations through Buffalo Wild Wing website or app. Fees, including service fees, may apply.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Montana holds some of the greatest hunting in the country, and much of that occurs on private land. Access to private land is a key part of hunting and wildlife management, but that access is at risk with every gate left open, piece of litter left behind, or torn up ag field from someone driving where they weren't allowed. As hunters and guests in Montana, we must do better. Get familiar with Montana's block management program and follow the rules for every block management area you hunt, because we either do better or we'll lose access. It's that simple. It's up to us. Respect access, protect the hunt.
Hey, college football fans, what do you call a game you can't lose? We call it the Conoco Coin Promotion. 250 fans at every Bobcat home game will get a Conoco coin. This coin can be redeemed for free prizes at a participating Conoco station. Watch out for the Conoco Coin Promotion at the next home Bobcat football game and redeem it for free prizes. Conoco, proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Bobcats on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Bobcat Pride, powered locally.
We're back live at Buffalo Wild Wings for Cat Chat. And it's almost Catterday, Bobcats, and it's time to gear up for another season of football. If you bleed blue and gold, then get game day ready with MSU Bookstore, the only not-for-profit university bookstore cooperative that has the largest selection of Bobcat gear around. Shop with us on campus at Bobcat Stadium or on game day and at 24/7 at the MSUbookstore.org. All right, I'm Keaton Gillogly along with head coach Brent Vigen. We're talking about the win out at St. George, a win over Utah Tech. Getting ready for Maine and Gold Rush this weekend with a 6 o'clock kick. We'll be on the air at 5 o'clock. Mikey Ryder will be our analyst this week, and then Leo is back for the Mercyhurst game for the rest of the year. So Daniel Sally did a great job, and I know he's looking forward to getting back on the mic for the women's basketball season coming up, which should be a pretty good season. All right, Coach, I want to get to one of our questions here from Bob. He asks if in all of your team travels, has anyone been left behind from the charter bus or the charter plane?
It is truly no man left behind. You know, we take attendance everywhere we go, and track them down if they're not where they're supposed to be. I know we, IDs and some of those things we scramble. This year we've been 2 for 2. We've had everybody show up to the airport with their IDs. That's sometimes a problem. So it's not without some issues here and there. But, yeah, we get everybody along and we make sure they're where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, even when you were a player, when you don't have a cell phone where you can just, quickly call somebody.
That is true. I think we had more people late back then. But yeah, you don't leave anybody and you figure it out. And we're all in the same place generally. So,
yeah.
Everybody's, we are scheduled to the T, so hopefully everybody's on board.
Yeah. As the broadcaster, it's much easier for me to get left behind. There was one time during baseball season I got called 15 minutes before we left, and I did make it. But, thank goodness we had cell phones because it'd be a little bit different if couldn't just pick up the cell phone on that. So we're good. Everybody showed up down there. Everybody has returned after a 31-7 win at Utah Tech. Was it dark on the field with the lights over there?
Well, I maybe didn't notice it so much during the game, other than there was one bank of lights on their side that didn't appear like it had all its lights. And then watching the film, our end zone copy wasn't very good. And then talking to Taco about returning or catching kicks, I know that was tough. So I don't know if their lighting was just screwed up. It's just poor anyways. Because I heard it, watching it on TV, I think it was a little challenging too. So definitely not top-notch lighting for as many night games as they have to play there.
Right, yeah. Everything's a little bit different because they only had the 4 light stanchions. They were just kind of on the goal line, but it is what it is. I was just curious what it was like down on the field. Talking about some of the other individual performances in this game, Tommy Millott, once again, we can talk about him all year, and we will, but that touchdown run he had was really impressive, and it was one of those runs where that elite speed was on display.
Yeah, and they had a really good call to that particular play. And, I think he felt like he had some space to essentially knife vertical as opposed to getting outside. And then once he had a little space there, it was off to the races. And a couple guys had angles on him, and they weren't fortunate enough to get him. So, we've we've continued to see his explosiveness over and over again, and I hope it continues to show up here and there. He hasn't had to carry it a ton these first 2 games. What I think between Scott Trey and Adam, they've carried the load for the most part. It was good to see Jared and Colson get some run in that game too. So, Tommy's going to be a threat in the run game, and he's going to make some big plays here and there, and that was certainly one of them.
Well, and the other, I think, kind of under part of that too was the next play after he had missed Garrigan on a deep ball. I mean, Garrigan had a step, and hey, you're going to miss some here and there, but that was kind of one of those micro adversity where you face. Yeah, I missed a guy, but what do? I come right back and run for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a good play for him to see though and throw. He hasn't thrown a lot of those balls, and he just overthrew them. So I was happy that he made that read and made that throw, and I think that will pay dividends whether we complete it or not. I know talking to him on Monday, he's like, yeah, I felt a lot better after I scored the next play. I was like, well, yeah, but I mean the point was you went after the post. We didn't connect, but you saw it correctly, and we'll get the next one. Those are generally 50-50 balls anyway, so 0 for 1, we just need to be 1 for 2 when he throws the next one up.
Yeah, keep it going. And I saw he had the wristbands on, trying to keep the moisture off his hands. That seemed to help a little bit.
Yeah, I think he didn't have some of the same issues he had down in Albuquerque. A little bit different heat and all that anyways, but yeah, we worked through that in a little bit, and I think he was able to grip the ball better.
Also, we saw Adam Jones in some Wildcat stuff this week, couple different formations, which was fun. Did you mention, I think last week or the week before, that Adam Jones, for some schools were looking at him as a wide receiver as they were recruiting him a little bit?
Yeah, receiver, safety. Adam was a do-it-all at Sentinel. So I think, body type-wise, I think a lot of people saw him in some different lights, and we saw him as a running back, fortunately, and I think he's proven to be that. But he's a really good athlete at the same time. So, our ability to maybe put him in that position, in that Wildcat position, I think, we could set the winds and sail, I guess, and we'll see what happens moving forward.
Yeah, always fun to kind of, from the fan perspective, to just start to see some of those wrinkles that get worked in, and obviously we don't expect you to tell us what those are because we don't want the opposing team to know, but it is fun from the fan perspective where each week there's a little more here, a little more there that we get to see from you guys.
Yeah, and he should have scored a touchdown on the one. He made a bad read, so we got to keep working on it. But I think that's something we can build off of, and take some steam off of Tommy, quite frankly, in those similar type runs.
All right, you kind of touched on Jared White as well, and I know he's going to be a piece as we continue to move forward. Obviously, Julius Davis will get back at some point, but looked like Jared White was kind of able to get into a rhythm, be an every down back, and at least get some run and just make sure he was kind of getting into his rhythm a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I know there's only so many opportunities back there, and we typically play with one tailback. So, the way the depth chart sits, Scotty and Adam are going to get the lion's share, but then to get Jared an opportunity where he had a series, I mean, I think he showed in that stretch, he's more than capable, and he's a different speed, different style. I think they all are. I think that's the beautiful thing. So, there's going to come a point in time when it's not maybe that kind of score that Jared gets in, and he's going to have to go out there and make plays. And same with Colson, I would imagine, at some point too. So, excited for those guys just to get some opportunities, and hopefully, over the next, couple games as we lead the conference, we can continue to, maybe get all 4 of those guys some carries.
Here we are, kind of getting to the end of your time before we talk to the Dowlers, where we haven't talked about the defense yet, which has been really impressive. You mentioned that 5-quarter stretch going from the end of the New Mexico game through the third quarter before you brought the twos out there. But this is it's exciting to see, and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but what are some of the biggest changes you're seeing out of the defense this year compared to what you were seeing last year?
Well, I think to this point, we didn't tackle perfectly down in New Mexico, and they got some good players, and that's part of it. I think we tackled better in that second half of that game, and then we tackled extremely well through 3 quarters with that group. So 5 quarters where we tackled really well. We took good angles. We made plays on third down. It's not the sacks we're getting because we have none.
Right.
We really don't have a takeaway. We got one the last play of the game against New Mexico that they gave us. So we're doing kind of the old-fashioned way. I mean, we're getting teams into third down, and we're making plays on third down. I think they were 1 of 11.
Yep.
We've only given up 2 third down conversions all season in 2 games. I mean, I think that's the secret right now. We're playing every down defense, and that happens when 11 guys are out there doing their job, not just one guy making plays and relying on the big play. It's really good team defense right now, and we've been putting pressure on quarterbacks. These 2 teams have really worked at getting the ball out quick. That's part of the reason we don't have the sacks right now. So really good start to the season. we want to play championship-level defense, and we're not there yet, but I think we've taken some strides.
All right, well, that's coming along. It's fun to watch, and they'll have an opportunity to get this Bobcat crowd behind them on third down. If they can go that well on third down on the road, imagine what it's going to be like with 20,000 gold shirts running around Bobcat Stadium getting behind them. So looking forward to that on Saturday. I want to remind you that Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Go Cats. All right, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to have Taco and Caden Dowler join the show after this timeout. We're live from Buffalo Wild Wings. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Revelry is your neighborhood eatery, here to serve a wholesome and savory palate that celebrates Montana roots with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We revel in a natural and energetic habitat that livens any day. We serve Bozeman's best pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and salads in a comfortable environment with 2 amazing patios. We love hosting Bobcats old and new. Check us out at 24 North Tracy or online at revelrymt.com. Go Cats, go!
Hi, former Bobcat Lou Salcedo for Western Motors. Our team proudly supports MSU Bobcat football both on and off the field. I want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck for the season. Western Motors has spent the last 22 years serving Gallatin County and supporting over 40 local organizations. We have been recognized as the best in Bozeman and Gallatin's greatest several years running. As Montana's #1 volume dealer, we are hired in all departments across 8 of our dealerships. We have plenty of new and used inventory ready for purchase. Good luck, Bobcats. Western Motors. Community born, community driven.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Back at Buffalo Wild Wings for Cat Chat before the Dowler twins join us. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Cat Chat.
XL Country, 100.7. KXLB Churchill, Bozeman, Belgrade. Also in Livingston on translator K254AL.
We are back live at Buffalo Wild Wings for Cat Chat. It's week 2. The Cats are 2-0, back home for Gold Rush this weekend. We've been talking to head coach Brent Vigen. It's now time to talk to a pair of brothers, a couple of twins from Billings, Caden Dowler, Taco Dowler. Guys, how we doing?
Good. We're good.
Your mics are on at the same time, so you're okay. You don't have to trade off. You'll be all right. Settling in, getting going. How's the start to the season? You guys, first of all, you excited to get home and get in front of Bobcat Stadium?
Yeah, I'm really excited. 2 away games to start is not really what you want, but I'm really excited for this game. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Taco, ready to go?
Yeah, Gold Rush is sweet. it's like the best home game we have, so I'm super excited.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty unique. You guys, you go into your third year now, so you've toured the Big Sky. You've been to a couple of different places. I mean, there's not much to compare what Gold Rush is unless you start getting up to, 100,000 at some of the other major schools. But especially as far as FCS, I mean, this is pretty special, pretty unique, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we committed off of this game, really. When we were seniors in high school. So, I mean, definitely makes a difference in recruiting, and it's a great game day atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah, what was that like the day you guys recruited? So you come out for the Gold Rush game. It was an official visit?
Yeah, we got tickets for that game, and we were both sitting up in the top row and kind of looked at each other, and we were like, yeah, we're coming here. So it made us commit.
Well, so was it an actual visit, or did you guys just have your own tickets?
It was like the game day visit, yeah.
Okay. So just sitting there and just kind of watching all of it go and how loud it was, and that was the clincher?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And now, it's one of those things, too, where I think a lot of the guys, when they come up here, we talk about how they decided on Montana State. Gold Rush is something they talked about, and now there's more recruits that will be around. So, there's going to be recruits every time. So when you do kind of talk to some of those recruits and you kind of point this out, what do you see on their face when all of a sudden it's just erupting and you see some recruits roaming around and their eyes just get really wide?
I think it's just different than any other atmosphere, especially in the Big Sky and the FCS, like you said. You don't really see it at your high school games either, and it's kind of like a kickoff to the season. Like, everyone's so excited to come see the Bobcats play, and I just think it's a lot, like the energy in there is just different week one for Gold Rush, yeah.
Yeah, from a defensive standpoint, I mean, it's a big deal for you guys. What's it like on some of those third downs? You had the interception last year on Gold Rush. What's it like on some of those third down situations, especially when you've got them backed up in the Sunny Holland end zone?
It makes a difference. It's like last year we weren't echoing calls as well at the start of the game, so it kind of affected us a little bit. We couldn't get our defensive calls in, but affects the offense a little bit more than us for sure, and makes a world of difference.
Yeah. What about for you, Taco, as a punt returner, too, when they're starting to get hype? What's it like then?
It's pretty sweet. It's, weird. You can kind of hear certain people in the crowd. I hear my name, and it's kind of funny. It makes me laugh when I'm back there. And on offense, when you're blocking and, Scotty breaks a run and you just hear the crowd get louder, you just, are oh, I got to keep blocking. It's kind of funny, yeah.
So you're kind of keyed off the guys?
Yeah, playing at home, you kind of get a block a little bit better than playing on the road because it's so quiet.
Yeah, that's cool. Tell me a little bit more about punt returning. Obviously, a couple nice returns this week out in St. George. What goes into being a really sure-handed punt returner? Because it feels like a high wire act. At least for me, I'd get nervous. I'm a head case. But for you, how do you stay calm? What are the keys to just being sure-handed in the punt return game?
Yeah, I think it's just like anything. If you simplify it, it's not that tough. You got to tell yourself certain things. I can tell myself elbows tight and watch the ball in, and then from there it's recess. Once you have the ball in your hands, I mean, the other 10 people are blocking for you, and you kind of just run where the space is, and it's the best play in football, I think. So I'm glad I'm the punt returner for sure.
Yeah. So was it hard to see some of the punts down in St. George?
Yeah. I mean, the sky was really dark, and the ball was kind of dark too. So. Once it got above the lights, you couldn't really see it until, it came down. But our jammers were doing a really good job of not even letting them get close to me. So, it's not as stressful when there's grown men not really running as fast down at you because your teammate's doing a really good job. So, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Rylan Ord had a couple of the key blocks this last week. Is that right?
Yeah, he's always that type of guy. Yeah, follow him, and you'll be good.
Well, Caden, you're kind of following him as well. You've been dancing between two positions here, also between that nickel position and the safety position. What's it been like for you kind of balancing two of these positions and bouncing back and forth?
It's good. Sometimes I run out there and don't really know where I'm at. Honestly, I'll go line up at nickel, and then Miles will be in there, so I'll have to go back to free. And it's more so of that. I know what I'm doing, so – and the nickel and free work together a lot, so you're on the same side of the field. You have the same checks, stuff like that. So it's not as hard as you think it would be. You got to play a little bit different, but you just go play football at the end of the day.
Yeah. When did you start? So you were getting ready to be mostly nickel last year before the knee injury, but now you're starting to incorporate some of that safety stuff. So what were some of the biggest hurdles to make sure that you were ready to play safety and do that effectively?
The biggest hurdle probably just being able to play fast. You see stuff and you can see it on film, but until you really go out there and play it, it's a little bit harder to play fast and trust your eyes, really. And Coach Owens has done a really good job with getting me right and let me kind of just play free, like trust what I see and go make a tackle, go intercept the ball, whatever it is. Like, just go play football, go have fun, trust myself.
Yeah, Jody Owens, former Big Sky defensive MVP, one of the Bobcat greats, first year back on the staff here. Excited to see him there. What's it like having him kind of coaching your guys' room, working with the defensive backs? How much of an impact has he made?
Yeah, it's awesome. He loves he talks about he loves Wednesdays because we go over like our third down red zone stuff, and he loves situational football. So he's got a whiteboard full of stuff. We got to write 2 pages of notes every single Wednesday before the meeting starts. So he's got us pretty dialed in, and love getting coached by him.
Yeah. Now, as a nickel and as a free safety with a brother as a slot receiver, how often are you guys going up against each other in practice?
Almost every play.
Yeah.
Yeah, not during the season, but during spring ball and fall camp, we go up against each other a lot. It's not very fun.
Yeah. Who had the edge in fall camp this year? You guys are pointing at each other. I'm used to brothers being way more competitive than that. I feel like you guys are so deferential to each other.
I honestly think we're secretly competitive. But yeah, we'll say each other.
Yeah. You don't want to give the other guy like scoreboard or bulletin board material?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. He's good, and he beats me a lot. So.
All right. Well, then break it down for me, Caden. What makes it tough to cover Taco when he's in the slot like that?
He's just really quick and smart with his routes. He thinks about leverage a lot, and that's kind of what you try to gain on defense is leverage and make him go one way so you can have an easier time guarding him. And he just is a really good leverage breaker, I would say.
Yeah. All right, Taco, what makes it tough going against Caden?
He's more athletic than me. He's bigger than me, just as fast as me, and a lot stronger. So
he's just as fast as you?
Yeah, and you can't get close to him. So, he makes it pretty difficult.
That's pretty impressive because you're one of the. Are you backing that up, Caden? Are you as fast as he is?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
When was the last time you guys raced?
When we were 4.
5. You remember who won that?
Him, for sure. When we were 4.
He had the extra minute on him after coming out first. So that was probably the biggest difference at that point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, are you guys more competitive in other spots? Because right now I just feel like it's all chill. I mean, are there like micro competitive things like walking up to the door? Are you trying to beat the other one inside the door when you're going home or something like that?
I think what he thinks is competitive is just stealing my stuff. Like he's wearing my shorts right now, so he's really good at competing on that. So.
Yeah, what are some of the best clothes to steal from Caden?
Not much. I mean, he's a lot bigger than I am. I mean, he wears large and I wear small or medium, so not much.
No, you guys roommates now, or what? Yeah, you guys are?
Yeah.
All right, so let's break down some of how you guys are different. Because you are twins, but I do feel like we have a lot of the differences. First of all, we have the size. That's obvious. But what are some of the other main differences you have? One of you guys cleaner than the other?
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot cleaner than him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have a way better beard, I think.
Well, you just have a beard.
Yeah.
He's been growing it out for a year.
Yeah. Well, are you working on a mustache right now?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. How long you been working on the mustache?
Probably
a year.
A month.
Well, hey, by the time No Shave November pops up, you're going to be...
Yeah, I'll be good.
That's just preparation.
I'm on a diet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got a little bit of a better beard. But could you grow a beard if you wanted?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Don't worry, I couldn't either, so I'm with you on that camp. All right, so he's got the better beard. What else? He's a little bit cleaner. Anybody a better cook?
No, neither of us really. We're kind of both horrible.
Okay. Good thing we got all the nutrition stuff.
He's probably smarter, like math-wise.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Mental math, but like calculus or algebra, like as a class, he would probably get the better grade.
If there's effort needed, then I'm probably better at the class.
Okay, all right. But so he's got the natural talent for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What are you guys majored in?
Finance.
Okay, so you guys are in some similar classes as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can really tell who's going to be better in some classes and not if you're getting the same homework.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's got to help me a little bit.
Yeah. Who eats better? Who eats cleaner?
Him. You for sure.
Probably me.
It's not even close.
It's not close? Why? What are you eating for dinner?
Well, he just doesn't eat sugar and doesn't. I love soda, pop, and he hasn't had it since he was a little fat kid when he was 12. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't really watch what I eat too good, and he kind of does. So.
Yeah. Is there stuff Taco eats that just like makes you shake your head in the corner?
Is there? I think it's mostly the soda.
Yeah.
Like that is just gross to me. I don't think it's. I don't know. He when we were actually in high school, our senior year, he would bring Mountain Dew and a hydro flask to our two-a-day practices.
Okay.
And that was, I don't know how he did that.
In the hydro flask, did that give it a tinny taste like orange juice, or it tastes like Mountain Dew?
No, it tastes like Mountain Dew.
Okay, good. Well, and it's smart. It keeps it cold.
Exactly.
And you don't have to put too much ice in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, well, we got to take a break, but we're going to come back with both of you guys. We're getting ready for Maine. We got some more to talk about with the Dowler twins. Taco and Keaton are here live at Buffalo Wild Wings. We're taking a break. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
When I was using, I spent half my time worried about running out of pills and the other half hiding my addiction, hiding from judgment, hiding from everything. I OD'd right there. My pills were laced with fentanyl. Narcan and my son saved my life. He found me and called 911. After that, I got treatment.
Learn more at helpsavelivemt.org. A message from Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Hey, Bobcat fans. Want to make a real difference in the lives of Montana State student athletes? The Bobcat Collective is your chance to do just that. By joining as a member or becoming a business partner, you're directly supporting our athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them succeed both on and off the field. Whether you're an individual looking to become a member or a business ready to partner with us, every contribution empowers our Bobcats to reach their full potential. Visit BobcatCollective.com to learn more and sign up today. Together, we can elevate our athletes and the entire Bobcat community. Go Cats, go!
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Hey, college football fans, what do you call a game you can't lose? We call it the Conoco Coin Promotion. 250 fans at every Bobcat home game will get a Conoco coin. This coin can be redeemed for free prizes at a participating Conoco station. Watch out for the Conoco Coin Promotion at the next home Bobcat football game and redeem it for free prizes. Conoco, proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
We are back live at Buffalo Wild Wings with the Dowlers from Billings. We've got Taco and Caden with us today, getting ready for Gold Rush coming up this weekend. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air at 5 o'clock. All right, guys, we're getting ready to go for this game against Maine, and obviously it's been a lot of fun to kind of get some things going. Caden, I want to ask you about the defense just a little bit. No big sack numbers. That's an easy thing for fans to maybe point at. But, I mean, you look at the third downs, the points allowed the last couple of quarters. What are you liking about how the defense is playing right now?
It seems like we're tackling well lately, at least. That is a huge part, because if everyone does their job, it should push the ball to one guy, really. I mean, and that guy making a tackle is huge. So I think we're tackling well. I think we're running to the ball, and I think Coach Daly has done a really good job at just we do extra film sessions with him or whatever it is, and getting us ready for different situations on the field, and we know kind of what might come, So I feel like we just are kind of ready for whatever's coming, it seems.
Yeah, you excited to actually have been able to watch some game film of the team you're playing this weekend?
Yeah. I watched that whole game that Maine played last week probably 3 times already, just because we've been watching different teams because different coordinators, different head coaches coming from different places. So, pumped for that.
Yeah, same for you, Taco. Nice to kind of have an idea of what the defense is going to be doing here.
Yeah, and especially personnel stuff, too. Like, you can actually watch the player that you're going to play against. Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
See tendencies and stuff.
Yeah. One of the things that Coach Vigen talked about after the New Mexico game was Tommy's demeanor in the huddle and just going through that 2-minute drive and the game-winning drive like that. But bring us into the huddle. What's it like with Tommy walking in there when the game is on the line, and what kind of his demeanor is like in those moments?
I mean, it's Tommy Malott. Everyone knows how hard he works, and it's not necessarily just when he walks in that huddle, you see his face, he's ready to go. You see the work he puts in every single day. He's doing the most on the team every day. He's winning every day. He's going 1-0 every single day, and that's kind of what builds trust. If your quarterback's doing that, then you kind of want to follow that a little bit. And he's walking in that huddle. He's like, yeah, we're going to go score. Like, no one's doubting it. Like, it's Tommy Malott. He's done this before.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's full confidence no matter what happened previous in the first quarter, second quarter. He's going to make a play, and he's going to make a good outcome. You're going to end up winning the game. Like, it's just confidence.
Yeah. So who are if he's the calm, steely, kind of demeanor, who's the rah-rah guy? Where's that energy? Where's the rah-rah coming from on the offensive side?
I think Rohan.
Yep.
He has a big personality, and I think him.
Well, that was a nice catch, nice little run he had too to stay inbounds on that touchdown. I mean, it looked like that safety had an angle on him. What's it like watching just Rohan's ability to stay on his feet, his athleticism? I mean, he looks like an athletic freak out there.
He is. You look at him, it's not weird at all. Like, you look at him with a shirt off, and he's 240 pounds and has a 10-pack.
Yeah.
He's just a freak, like you said. You're not going to be able to tackle him with one person, probably not even 2 people. And he's fast. He's as fast as all of our skills players. He's a freak. I'm glad we have him on our team.
Yeah, I'm excited for Bobcat fans to see him out there doing what he does. All right, I want to talk some hobbies. It was a nice piece from Braden Shaw about your painting, Taco. Came out in the Bozeman Chronicle. How's that been going? How did you get started into some painting in the off season?
I was scrolling on Instagram and thought, I was like, I could do that, I think. So I went to Michael's and bought a canvas, bought some paint, like $3 paint, and threw it on the canvas, and it turned out decent, I thought. I wasn't going to share any of it, but then I was like, maybe I can make a little bit of money here. So
hey, we live in a capitalist society. That's what America's all about.
A little bit. So, so I tried that for a couple weeks. And then when fall camp started and football, I kind of put that to the side and kind of started focus on trying to catch the ball a little bit.
Yeah. Did you have any duds? Like, did you try to start painting something? You're like, oh, that just looks terrible. I'm going to start over again.
Yeah.
No, Caden?
Not really.
No.
I don't know.
No,
he
didn't.
They all looked good?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the best one he painted so far?
That giant horse.
Oh, yeah. I saw the post that one.
That was probably my favorite one. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Why did you decide to draw a horse or paint a horse?
I don't know. I have no idea. It kind of just drew it on a piece of paper, and then that came to be what it was. And we went to Billings, and it got raffled off, and I think it was like a 8-year-old girl's parents ended up buying it for her, and she was super excited, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
Gave her a big hug, and she was super excited.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to the off-season stuff, which hopefully doesn't start until like late January, early February. Yeah, that's a good one. Caden, for you got any hobbies?
Do I? I don't know. I don't think I do, really.
No?
Football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FaceTiming his girlfriend.
Yeah, FaceTiming my girlfriend. There you go.
Yeah, that's good. Make sure you answer those calls and call her. That's the other big key.
Yeah.
So you're painting, and he's just what? He's doing his homework and looking over stuff?
Yeah, I don't see him when we go home. I never see him. He's up in his room doing nothing.
I watch Disney movies. There you go.
Okay, I like
Moana.
that. Moana?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What give us like the top 3 Disney movies you like to watch?
I like Ratatouille.
Oh, yeah.
Moana and Monsters, Inc., probably.
Okay, yeah. Those are pretty good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little older, too.
Yeah, but mostly Moana, so.
Okay. You just put that on repeat?
Yes, really, I do.
Yeah.
And he's 21 years old.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who still watch a lot of Disney movies at that point. Yeah. That's a good way to get you in. All right, who's more hype on game day? Like, do either you guys get real jacked up, or are you guys a little more goofy, a little more business? Compare and contrast the game day stuff.
I am chill. I'm quiet. I'd like to take a nap before the game, usually.
In the locker room or like at home?
In my locker, on the bus ride there. I'd take a nap, kind of get chill out a little bit. I'd say Caden's the same. I wouldn't say he's rah-rah or nothing.
Yeah. What's your game day demeanor like, Caden?
Yeah, I'm probably a little bit more hyped up than he is, but if I make a play, I'm definitely hyped up. But
yeah.
If not, like before the game, I try to kind of calm myself down. I know I've been there before. Just go play football.
Yeah. Taco, you got pretty hype after the return you had inside the 10. Your face mask was all jarred up. You were fired up.
Yeah, I don't know what got into me. Caden made fun of me for that, but
which part? The putting it forward or where your helmet was?
Both.
What did you see, Caden?
I don't know. I told him he needs a different celebration than like first down
on
a punt return because it's a first down no matter what. Like if he runs 40 yards backwards, it's still a first down.
What am I going to do, flex? I'm not flexing.
I don't know.
Maybe just nothing. I'll just hand the ball to the ref and walk to the huddle.
Yeah, go Barry Sanders on him, just real all business-like. All right, well, we can figure it out. Brody's got a nice little rope him up. There's Danny's got the tees. There's a few guys who have a couple of things. You can workshop a few things.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. You
can pretend like you're painting a horse. Get up and pretend like you're painting?
No.
Okay, no. That one probably wouldn't look as intimidating as we'd want it to. Yeah. All right, 6 o'clock kickoff. We've got Maine coming up. I'll ask you each a couple of keys. So, Caden, first for you guys on the defensive side, what are some of the main keys we're going to need to see for success this weekend?
Play fast, run to the ball. Usually all the same. Just tackle well, play fast, run to the ball. That's what I'd say.
Just different laundry on the other side.
Exactly.
Taco, what are we looking for this weekend?
We want to run the ball. We're going to throw the ball efficiently. When we have plays to make the plays. If you don't make the play, next play mentality I think is huge. And as every game, adversity is going to hit at some point. So stay level-headed through all that and do your job.
There you go.
That's all it boils down to is doing your job.
Do your job. Take advantage of the opportunities you got.
Yep.
Is it hard to stay mentally sharp when it's like the second half? You haven't had a target yet, and now all of a sudden you've got something over the middle that's got a lot of velocity on it. Is it hard to stay mentally sharp in that regard?
Yeah, I think it would be if you weren't prepared. I don't think that the coaches would really necessarily put you in that position. If you're not ready for the ball at any point in the game, I don't think you'd be playing.
Yeah.
So, no, not really. I think we do a good job at practice of manufacturing moments like that to where it's good on good. We're going against I'm going against Keaton, and I haven't got the ball for a little bit, and then a play call comes in. It's like I'm the primary receiver, so we manufacture that good in practice. I think that's kind of a big contribution in the game too.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that's coming up against Maine on Saturday at 6 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 5 o'clock. Taco, Caden, appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to be keeping an eye. We're going to see who finishes their wings first when they get off here. All right. We're taking a break. We're live from Buffalo Wild Wings. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Hi, former Bobcat Lou Salcedo for Western Motors. Our team proudly supports MSU Bobcat football both on and off the field. I want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck for the season. Western Motors has spent the last 22 years serving Gallatin County and supporting over 40 local organizations. We've been recognized as the best in Bozeman and Gallatin's greatest several years running. As Montana's #1 volume dealer, we are hired in all departments across 8 of our dealerships. We have plenty of new and used inventory ready for purchase. Good luck, Bobcats. Western Motors. Community born, community driven.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Revelry is your neighborhood eatery, here to serve a wholesome and savory palate that celebrates Montana roots with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We revel in a natural and energetic habitat that livens any day. We serve Bozeman's best pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and salads in a comfortable environment with 2 amazing patios. We love hosting Bobcats old and new. Check us out at 24 North Tracy or online at revelrymt.com. Go Cats, go!
We are back at Buffalo Wild Wings one final time for Cat Chat. We want to remind you that your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. All right, I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Brent Vigen. It's time now to take a look ahead. The next game presented by Vance Thompson Vision. It's the Maine Black Bears coming to town. First ever meeting between these two programs. And for Maine, a team that's had some success at the FCS level out of the CAA. And coach, here we go. They've got a third-year head coach. They've got an experienced quarterback who transferred over from Mercer, went to the playoffs last year. And they held Colgate to just 14 points last week. So what are we looking at out of this Maine team now that you've had a chance to actually watch some film on the opposing team?
No, I think they're a team that's improving. They only won 2 games last year, but they were competitive throughout. And, yeah, you said it, the coach is going on year 3. They've had success in the past, so got off on the right foot with a win last week. And, this is a really good opportunity for them. I think to me, their strengths are their offense, defensive line, and that's where they're trying to build things. And then you mentioned a quarterback who is a transfer, but led a team to a playoff berth last year, playoff victory, and then they ultimately lost South Dakota State. So Mercer, that is.
Yep.
I think it's a good matchup for us. It's another good test. How they're going to finish and all that stuff, I don't know. I know they're coming out here with intentions to compete and win a game, and we need to be ready to go.
Yeah, and it's one of those games where you got to get going, and they're going to be ready in the environment. We do have the bye week coming up next week, the first of 2 bye weeks as well, so we will not do a Cat Chat next week, but then we will do it again that Wednesday going into the Mercyhurst game. We will be doing a Bobcat Insider television show next week. We're going to be talking some cross-country, track and field, that sort of thing, since they are coming off a great year last year as well. So excited to be able to do some of that. So next week, the bye week, how are you going to kind of use that time next week? It's an early bye week, so what are the advantages and what are some of the things you guys are trying to do next week?
Well, I think it comes at a good point in time for us. We do have some guys that are injured right now that maybe couldn't play next week, but I think we'll be able to play the following week. So that's one thing. I think just with when we started early like we did, playing week 0, I think to have that bye week, we'll make the best of it. I know we'll get out. It is early in the season, high school seasons, but do plenty of recruiting as well. So we'll make the best of it, and obviously for our guys, an opportunity maybe to catch their breath a little bit. Hopefully with 3 good performances under our belt. Looking forward to many more as we go along.
Yeah, feeling good about where the offensive line is now that those guys have gotten some reps and what we're running out there again this weekend?
We're getting there. Yeah, I know. All these reps, whether it's Cedric Jefferson, Titan Fleischman, Aiden Kaplan got in the game, Jaden Perkins got in the game, Everett Carr got in the game, I think are going to pay dividends at some point down the road. I know as we get guys back, the deeper we can be, the more guys with game experience, the better off we're going to be.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it, and the silver lining is those guys are up to game speed, and hopefully we're peaking at the end as we continue to move forward. All right, we're on the air at 5 o'clock for the 6 o'clock kickoff from Bobcat Stadium. Trevor Dominuk has been our producer today. Thank you to Caden and Taco for joining the show today, and a thanks as well to head coach Brent Vigen for joining us. Again, we are off next week, and we will be back again the following week getting ready for that Mercyhurst game. This is Keaton Gillogly saying so long. We'll talk again on Saturday. This has been Cat Chat presented by Learfield.